Hey, this is Dillamong here, and today I'm going to review the third Hunger Games film, Mockingjay Part 1. To tell you the truth, I never read the Hunger Games books, and I didn't know it was based on a novel until the movie was made. Now, I liked the first Hunger Games movie. It was creative, the acting was great, and has a lot of action sequences, even though I don't like the shaky cams. Its sequel, Catching Fire, I like it even more. Good story, wonderful acting, no shaky cams, spectacular action scenes, and amazing effects. Now we are ready for the next Hunger Games movie. However, they decided to split into two just like what Warner Brothers did with the last Harry Potter movie and what Marvel is doing with the last Avengers movie. It was also similar to when Peter Jackson decided to split the Hobbit movie into three. I'm still excited to see it. Now that I finally saw this film with my aunt and her friend Auntie Michelle, what do I think of this film? It was fantastic, and I'm going to tell you why I think this film is fantastic. Let's start with the story. The story of this film is where Catching Fire has left off. Katniss Everdeen is now living in District 13 along with her mother, her little sister, her friend Gale, and her teams, Finnick and Beatty, after their home District 12 was destroyed by the Capitals. Katniss had feel sad about this and also felt angry that they didn't save Peeta, so she believed that he's gone. But she finally realized that Peeta was alive, and Peeta now being captured by the Capitals along with Joanna and Finnick's girlfriend, Annie. Peeta has told the entire district on TV that if they keep fighting, they will be destroyed. So Katniss has finally decided to tell all the districts to fight the Capitals and rescue Peeta and the rest of the loved ones. I think the story is definitely as good as the first two films. Like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, it's a setup for the next film. Now let's move on to the special effects and the action scenes. The special effects in this film were very impressive, just like the first two Hunger Games films. The landscape looks beautiful. I really like the designs of the base camp in District 13, and the flying ships and the weapons are very well designed. The costume designs are good as well. For the action scenes, they are cool and intense. However, unlike the first two Hunger Games films, there are not too many action scenes in this film, but we will see more in the next film. Now for the acting, directing, and music. Let's start with the main character, Katniss Everdeen, played once again by Jennifer Lawrence. She did a wonderful job playing Katniss Everdeen, as she did in the first two Hunger Games. Her character Katniss was very brave and caring because she loved her mother, her little sister, and her friends, and wanted to protect them, save Peeta, and begin a rebel against the Capitals. Peeta, played by Josh Hutcherson, was good in the first two Hunger Games, but he didn't do a lot in this film. All he did in this film is that he was being tortured and forced him to tell all the district not to begin war against the Capitals or else they will die. He will have a much bigger role in the next film. Gale, played by Liam Hemsworth, who was from The Expendables 2, and was also the brother of Chris, the guy who played Thor, he did an awesome job playing Gale. His character Gale was a very brave and caring guy who looked up to Katniss and teams up with her to help the people and fight the Capitals. Haymitch, played by Woody Henderson, who was from The Thin Red Line, No Country for Old Men, Zombieland 2012, and Now You See Me. Effie, played by Elizabeth Banks, who has been in movies like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, Catch Me If You Can, and the Lego movie, and Caesar Flickerman, played by Stanley Tucci, all did a great job playing those characters as they did in the previous two Hunger Games. Plus, Haymitch was one of my favorite characters of the films. Then there's the villain, President Snow, played by Donald Sutherland, who is best known for movies like Ordinary People, Backdraft, JFK, The Italian Job, and many other films. He was also the father of Kiefer Sutherland, the actor from the hit TV show 24. He did a good job playing that evil president of the Capitals, as he did in the previous two films. He was the one who caused all the districts to be poor and create the Hunger Games in the first place. He seems to enjoy whatever he has been doing. Others returning like Finnick, played by Sam Calvin, who was from Pirates of the Caribbean 4 and Snow White and the Huntsman, BT, played by Jeffrey White, who was from Casino Royale, Annie, played by Steve Darson, Plutarch, played by Philip Seymour Hoffman, best known for movies like Scent of the Woman, Twister, Big Lebowski, Red Dragon, Capote, Mission Impossible 3, and Moneyball. Joanna, played by Jenna Malone, all did a fine job as they did in Catching Fire, even though Annie made a cameo appearance. But you don't really see Joanna too much in this film. We will see more of her in the next film. Now for the new characters. President Coin, played by Julianne Moore from The Lost World Jurassic Park, The Big Lebowski, and Nonstop. And Cressida, played by Natalie Dorman, best known for that TV show, Game of Thrones. Both I think did an excellent job playing those characters. Now for the director, Francis Lawrence, who directed Constantine, I Am Legend, and the Lady Gaga music video, Bad Romance. He did a great job directing this film, as he did in Catching Fire. He did better than Gary Ross, who directed the first Hunger Games film. Finally, the music composed by James Norton Howard. The music for this film was cool, just like the previous two films. The song Yellow Flicker Beat, sang by Lordi, was fun to listen to, but not as great as Atlas, sang by Coldplay from Catching Fire. So overall, Mockingjay Part 1 was a fantastic movie. I enjoy this film the same way I enjoy Catching Fire, and I like it more than the first Hunger Games. I wish I could see more actions, but hopefully we should see more in the next film. So I give this movie 4.5 out of 5 nuclear bombs. If you're a fan of the books, action movies, and science fiction movies, go see it. I am most definitely can't wait to see Mockingjay Part 2 next year. But sadly, that this is one of Philip Seymour Hoffman's last movies. Because on February 2nd, 2014, he died in an overdose. He was only 46 years old. As we all know, that Mockingjay Part 2 will officially be his last.